to be back. Crazy couple days for me. Crazy year, really. Big thanks to the ownership, Rick Spielman, Rob Brzezinski, Coach Zim, George Payton, entire coaching staff, Vikings organization, for making this happen. For me, it was a long time coming. It's where I want to be. It's my home. I'm embedded in the community. Do a lot of off-the-field work here, and I love my teammates. I love this locker room. The culture that we've developed over the last 5 years, it's been awesome. The bonds I've made with my friends, my teammates, and my coaches are unbreakable, and it just felt right. This is where my heart was. This is where it's always been, and this is where it always will be. You know, we got a beautiful home stadium, beautiful training facility. You know, it's hard to beat coming to work here every day with such a great group of guys, and looking forward to get back to work and win the Super Bowl.
Anthony, can you take us through what happened Monday? We hear that you're going to the Jets, and then by Tuesday around lunchtime, obviously the flip. Like, what were those, I guess, those hours like?
Yeah.
With a lot of phone calls?
Yeah, Monday, I thought Monday was going to be a fun day. Monday was one of the worst days in my life, really. We were trying to figure everything out. I was on the phone all day with my agent, my mom, just going back and forth, calling friends, teammates. It was a crazy day, and I just followed my heart. You know, I did what I wanted to do at the end of the day, and I'm happy with it. You know, I feel so much better than I did, 48, 72 hours ago.
Did that feel like the college recruiting process for you?
Oh no, it was way worse. It was way worse. It was. I'm serious. It was terrible. It was terrible, but it's over. So I'm happy.
Why do you call it one of the worst days of your life?
Just because I feel like it was like a lot of just talk. I don't like talking on the phone, and it was just. I feel like it was like a lot of drama. I'm not really into all that, and I don't know. I had to make a life choice. You know, it's my life. You know, it's a big decision. So that's why.
Anthony, I'm sorry, you said you went with your heart, so once you kind of gave a verbal agreement to the Jets, did you get a gut feeling? Did you?
I gave a verbal something to my agent, right? So, you know, we're going through the whole process, and it's just, it was kind of like I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it back here. I didn't know if things were going to work out, and I knew I had an opportunity to go elsewhere, and it was like kind of right in front of my face, and I kind of just, I felt like I jumped, and then I like, oh man, what did I just do? And like instantly just like didn't feel right about it. And I mean, it's my life, I gotta live it, nobody else has to. So I should be able to make the choice whatever I want to do. I could change my mind 10 times if I want to, you know, so I don't care what nobody say about that.
It's changed now, it's over. It's signed.
Andy, how much did you sleep Monday night?
Monday, I slept from like 1 to 3, and then I was up from like all morning, just looking at my ceiling, just looking for a sign, you know, just talking to everybody, just trying to figure something out, and I did, so it's all good.
And so how long was it, I guess, before you called your agent back and said, hey, I'm having second thoughts or want to reconsider this?
It was like instant. I think I called my mom first. I'm like, I think I made a mistake. And she's like, well, you gotta fix it. Like, all right, so I gotta call the agent, and he has to fix it. He has to do with all the, you know, the mess stuff. I just, I sit behind the scenes, which is cool for me. But it was like instant. I was trying to convince myself of something that I knew in my heart didn't feel right, and I think you follow your heart, I could look at the results.
So what were your emotions then when you kind of realized that, okay, Vikings are back in it, and that's where I definitely want to commit to?
I was super excited, but I didn't know if it was like still a possibility, you know, so it was just kind of some confusion on my part. I don't know, I was crying, laughing, like sweating, just like the whole day was just crazy, full of emotions. But yeah, like I said, it just came down to where I wanted to be, who I wanted to be with, and these are my guys.
Anthony, Coach Zimmer has always spoken so very highly of you. How much of a role did he play into your decision to come back, and what kind of communication were you in with him throughout the whole process?
Oh, a huge role. You know, Coach Zimmer, that's my guy, and I'll go to war for him any day. And y'all see him as a football coach, but he's so much more than that. And you know, he treats us like his children, and you know, he demands a lot, and I wouldn't want it any other way. And so I owe him a lot, and a big reason why he retired as coach.
So just to clarify, Anthony, the verbal commitment was to your agent who then gave the verbal commitment to the Jets? Like, you never communicated with anybody with the Jets?
Right. It was like that, and then honestly, when I called him back, like, hey, I don't know if I want to do this, and then it was like already on like everywhere. And I was like, oh shit, like this is gonna be a nightmare, but I don't care. You know, I gotta be happy.
What was that feeling like when it started to break on Twitter, on NFL Network?
I didn't even look at it, honestly. He told me, like, I was on the phone, he's like, just like leave, and I was like, oh shit, like I'm not gonna open my phone. I was already on it, so I couldn't really look at it, but I didn't want to deal with all that. Social media is, it could be a rude place, as I'm sure most of you know. So I've had my fair share of social media instances. So I try to keep my distance.
Does that just confirm to you always follow your gut then? Because you must be
Yeah.
relieved now.
Oh, I mean, I feel so good. I'm elated, top of the world. Yeah, I mean, money's cool, but it comes and goes, and it's not gonna make me happy. I have money. I'm happy without it. I was happy without money, so it's just the people you surround yourself with, the environment that you're in, and it plays a big part. I'm a big family guy. Love my family. These are my extended family, so I want to keep on with these guys.
Anthony, was your initial decision based on them giving more money?
I think kind of, but I also feel like, I feel like I could fit, I feel like I could, maybe help change what they have going on there, all the respect to the Jets organization, their coaching staff. But it's just not what I really wanted. I think initially I kind of just jumped the gun, even though it was like a full day with the conversation. It's just, I think I was trying to convince myself of something all day, and I didn't have to convince my heart because it already knew what it wanted.
Anthony, you've been talking about family and involving your mom in this process. I guess just what was it like then to be able to call her back and let her know your decision and that you were gonna stay in Minnesota?
Yeah, I know she was happy. I was calling her every time I got on the phone with my agent. I'd call her and, okay, this is what's happening, this is what's going on. They're at this number, and we're gonna do this and that. But I could hear in her voice too, like kind of what she wanted. And I didn't make a decision for her. Just make that clear. It's for me, but it's always good to know that she's happy too.
Guys at your age at 26, I mean, it's the prime of your career right now. Is there something to be said about maybe the grass isn't always greener and chasing that next big deal and, the recorded figures that were out there?
Yeah, I mean, I want to win, and not to say that other teams and other organizations are not going to be successful. I mean, we've had our fair share of ups and downs here too, but I want to continue to build on what we have, and I feel like we do have a real chance to win, and we have a really good team, and I mean, money's great, but you can't be miserable coming into work every day. And it's miserable when you're not winning. Like, we've been through that situation where we were at loss with like 6 in a row in 2016, I think it was, or something like that. And it was like, we was afraid to come to work because it was like, oh, this is not going to be fun. So I'm not saying that that's the environment elsewhere, but I don't know what it's like, and I know what it's like here. I know that even those times that it sucked, like, we were going to grind through it and make it better. And so I know I can trust the people in here.
You said repeatedly that you think you're better at going forwards than going backwards. Do you
Sure.
anticipate that becoming more of a role that you play here in the next 5 years?
I'm not sure. I think the coaches have always done a great job playing to my strengths, and I think they'll continue to do that. Whatever I'm asked to do, I'll try to do it like best of my ability. I try to make the players around me better, and I think I've been able to do that to a certain extent since I've been here. I think that's how you measure a leader. Is how can you make everybody else better? Can you get everybody on the same page doing the same thing? To do that with 11 guys on defense for 70 plays a game is not easy, but it's a role I've accepted, a role I enjoy, and a role I continue, or I'm looking forward to continue.
You talk about the craziness. Do you kind of feel like your career's been like dog years in a way of everything that you've experienced on and off the field?
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm definitely aged over a little bit over the last couple of days. 26 going on 37, but it's all good. Physically, I feel great. Mentally, I'm clear now, and I can just go out and play and be successful.
And did that role, when you're considering teams and where to go, like, did a role sort of factor into that, like potentially considering a team where you have a different scheme and maybe?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to know how you're going to be used and kind of what the plan is for you, but it's hard to get to those details and, you know, such a short amount of time. And I know my role is here, and, you know, I expect it to get, even bigger now. I would want to end it away.
So it wasn't super clear what your role may have been with other teams?
I mean, they always tell you, they're gonna tell you, you know, what you wanna hear, I think. You know, if I'm recruiting somebody, and I'm gonna tell them if they wanna hear, so I get them, and I can do it all once I got them, right? Not saying that that's what they're gonna do, but, that's kinda how I thought about it. Like, everything that anyone said to me, I took it for what it was worth, but I always kept in mind, like, you know, they're gonna be looking back for themselves as well. And so that's really what it came down to. I got for myself, and I gotta do, what I believe is best for myself.
Last couple for Anthony.
To clarify, did you take a free agent visit to the Jets?
Is it fair to say that you are a fan of the 2-day negotiating period where you're not able to sign a contract right away?
Yeah, I guess that worked into my favor. So.
We are too.
It worked out, man. It worked out.
Thanks, everyone.
I appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.